Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Rodney, how we doing?
We're back in the studio, baby. Back in action, live. Dude, insane. Market's running. Fucking SUI's doing shitcoin numbers. It's just an exciting time to be in crypto again. And we got a lot of other things to talk about outside of crypto that are probably affecting the market.
Good day to be in crypto. Guys, we are ripping. Where were we at? Like a $77,000 Bitcoin earlier this month?
Nuts. Yeah.
77K. Let's just take a quick look at the markets as we get into it. So Bitcoin, 92,772. What was the all-time high today?
It was 94,000. So we're pulling back a little bit.
94 plus right here earlier this morning. 94,261 at 4:30 a.m. 94.3 was the all-time high. So 92.7. Even ETH doing some good numbers. ETH's up 12% of the week. We had an $1,800 plus ETH, which is miraculous. Yeah. Very, very good. XRP 223. Solana back above 150. Cardano at 69 cents. And how about SUI? Up 22% of the day.
Shitcoin numbers, bro.
Look at this, dude. Back up to $3.
Insane.
$2.50 yesterday. SUI was down all the way right around $2 earlier this week. Yeah, $2.10 1 week ago today. Back up to $3, up 40% on the week, almost at a $10 billion market cap. What's causing this for SUI right now?
You know, they just have a lot of moving parts right now. And what you see with just like Denny and everybody who's worked with SUI, I mean, you know, shout out to David. I mean, fucking killing it. Obviously, Loafy doing very well. You know, most meme coins never recover. But, you know, Loafy doing really well. I just think that they're getting involved. You know, it's like we've seen before, a lot of like top altcoins come into the space. They kind of fall off. They stop evolving. But we're in a time right now where people are dying for cheaper fees, faster, like just faster solutions. And what we're seeing with the other main competitor, Solana, I mean, it's known for like Solana's fine, but it's really known for like scams and stuff like that, I think right now. And I think the market share is just kind of it's just spreading. Like there's more options and people are starting to choose SUI.
And people were already bullish on it, right?
Yeah.
It's like so many people were talking about it. We already saw the meme coin run, and then the market's corrected, and now we're seeing just a lot of more people buy it because of the opportunity. It's only at it's under a $10 billion market cap, right?
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah.
When you compare that with other top blockchains, XRP 130 billion, ETH 215 billion, Solana 78 billion, SUI is at under a $10 billion market cap. So even for this cycle, I mean, I could see SUI going to 50 billion this cycle, and in future cycles, $100 billion plus. So even at $3, still undervalued in my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely. I think SUI's one that we've been like, you know, perma bullish on. We saw it hit like around $5, and it's really starting to outpace the rest of the altcoins right now and the crypto space. And I'm super pumped about that. Like, I'm really excited about SUI doing big things in the space, and I think it's well deserved. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody in the chat this morning, guys. The boys are back in the studio. We'll go through the rest of the crypto markets real quick, and then we'll get into some news. So Shiba Inu at a $7.8 billion market cap, up 2% of the day. Toncoin up to $3.10, up around 4% on the day. Polkadot still not doing shit. I might as well just sell. I mean, Polkadot, even when we ran up to 108K, it's like it did not do anything.
Yeah.
Polkadot might be done for. Sorry to all those Polkadot holders. And let's check on Pepe ripping. $3.7 billion market cap. I think it was at a 2.1 about a month ago.
I think there was a point where I was like going to ape like a bunch of money in the Pepe, and I just like, I just got late. I just didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, it was risky at the time, you know? It was, but it's
never.
not.
Pepe's never risky in my opinion.
It's not, but when you see your ETH drop 100%, you know, it's like, you're like, fuck, do I put this into Pepe?
But you know, like when we think of like Ethereum, like I don't like Pepe's like tradable like everywhere else. So like it doesn't even matter. I just think that when the volume picks back up, Pepe will do well. And the one thing I like about Pepe is like there's no like letdowns to expect. It's just there's nothing. There's no use case. It's just a funny meme that they post occasionally.
Yep.
And they just
they meme. Like Donald Trump will post a picture, they'll meme that.
Yeah.
Strong community, and obviously the number 3 meme coin in the space right now. But also, real quick, let's just take a look at the top meme coins. So meme coins recovering. We have 6 meme coins in the billions of dollars of market cap. Even Floki's up 12% on the day. Yeah. SUI is actually doing more than meme coin numbers, which is wild, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how about, oh, wow. Look at base Brett.
Oh, yeah. What's up? What
ripping.
I think Brett right now is like a big fuck you to Coinbase and Base.
It should just send. And honestly, if Coinbase is like, we want to list Brett, they should say no. They should say no. If it gets back to $1 billion or $2 billion, they should say no.
They don't need it.
They don't need it.
It would help, but I just think it's a big fuck you right now. I think Crash is really starting this starting to back up, and I like it. Yeah.
Yep. So $483 million market cap for base Brett. SBX up to a $492 million. Dog with Hat 550. Floki 688. Rodney, how long before we see So right now we have 6 meme coins in the billions of dollars of market cap. How long before we see double digits again? Because we saw that earlier. I think it was in November. We saw tokens like MOG, SPX, Brett, all in the billions. How long before we see double-digit billion-dollar market cap meme coins?
Very, very soon. Very, very soon. Fuck, my timeline's fucking destroyed by the Shannon Sharpe situation. But yeah, I think that obviously memes outpace the market on the way up, and I think if we start seeing Bitcoin smash through 100K. We see like even altcoins start to pump again. Some of the usual, fuck Ethereum at this point, right? Not talking about Ethereum, you're excluded. But I'm just saying if we get like a general run in the crypto market, we're going to start seeing these meme coins do some insane numbers again.
But even we need ETH, right? A lot of these tokens are on ETH, right? SPX is on ETH, Base Brett's on ETH.
Yeah,
a lot are on. So I mean, it would just help. We understand that.
Yeah, it would help. But
if ETH goes back up to 4K, we would see Base Brett and SPX back in the billions.
Yeah, we would
without
see
a
Pepe
doubt.
11 billion.
Pepe, exactly. So it's the only thing that's holding these down. So those are all looking good. Mog's at a $224 million market cap. Giga Chad recovering nicely up to a $200 million. You mentioned Shannon Sharpe. I know we're not going to talk about that yet, but we do have to do a little clip on that because I saw it.
Dude, she's hot.
Hot.
People are roasting her. I think she's
How old is she? Like 20?
People that are roasting Shannon Sharpe do not understand. You're not some not retired, but 60-year-old, hot, good-looking millionaire, charismatic, ripped, got game. You can fuck 20-year-olds and get away with it.
Why not? It's legal. Who cares?
Like, shouldn't. I mean, honestly, but if you're doing that stuff, the hoes are going to be hoes, like obviously. And I didn't know she put him in a trap like this. It's crazy.
It's kind of wild. You got to be careful out there.
Yeah, but
it sounds like do we know the full story? I don't know the full story. You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it, but it's like,
of course you wouldn't understand. Of course you would.
I have no issue. I don't know like the allegations, right? I don't know what he's like accused of, but I will say I have no issues with him hooking up with this chick. No. He's rich. He's successful. He's on TV. He's shredded. She's hot.
He just wanted the raw dog,
She's hot. She had a problem with that.
I think she's just trapping him with the whole. She's just trapping
50 million.
Trying to get him, trying to settle
50 million. I like him too because he has a platform, right? Like when you have a platform now, like when people have these allegations. In the past, it was like, oh, Shannon Sharpe did something wrong, and like the news would cover it. He came out right away, made a video, and told how it is.
Well, literally, there was a video of him like a Instagram live where he's literally fucking a chick, and you can hear it. And
I remember that.
He still didn't get cut, so
I remember that.
Unk out there doing some crazy.
I mean, if
stuff,
he does numbers and he brings it in, then he's going to do it. So let's get into the crypto news, see what we got going on today.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, put me my chart. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, so this is interesting. So Backpack CEO, right, which has been very involved with SUI, said something interesting about Ethereum, right? He said, "Is this fucking shit working?"
Yeah, here it is.
It says a new Backpack CEO Armani says, "Let's be real, it's way too late for Ethereum to compete at the L1 scaling game." I thought this was interesting, right? Because to me, this is just like what we've been saying all along is that there's just so many more options right now. And I cannot see, and I think the reason why Ethereum did so well last cycle was because that no one really chose anything else except for maybe BNB. And now everyone's building on Solana, everyone's building on SUI, Avalanche. Like there's way more options right now. So that's why I think that, I don't know if it's too late for Ethereum to compete, but like we mentioned before, like XRP is not far from flipping Ethereum. So I thought that was interesting. Obviously, strong words for someone who's pretty big in the space, like a Backpack, Mad Labs, Anchor. Like he's like, this guy is really involved in this space, and I really take his opinion.
Who do they build on Backpack? Is it more Solana based?
It's literally like, so it's like pretty much an ecosystem that you can use on many different chains. But I thought that was interesting, right? And I made a prediction the other day, and I said that the crypto market would dump because the markets in general dumped, and usually Bitcoin takes a while to pull back. But we did see $1.5 trillion added to the U.S. stock market. This is yesterday, so my theory didn't come true because I thought that because the market did recover. So obviously crypto's still following the market. It still has not decoupled. It just took a while last time for it to dump. I think it was like on a Friday where the market was dumping.
Yeah.
Crypto was pumping, and it took till Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
It took till Cameron Winklevoss and Tyler Winklevoss tweet saying like crypto markets or stock markets crashing, crypto's still up within an hour. Then it dropped down to 78K.
Yeah.
But nice to see the stock markets recovering as well today.
Absolutely. Big news this earlier today, which I thought was pretty sweet. So this is the big piece of news. So Bitcoin officially surpasses Google to become the 5th largest asset in the world by market cap.
Now we got Amazon next, right?
So we have.
Did it already pass Amazon?
Oh yeah, we have gold, we have Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, we have Bitcoin, and Google. Obviously Google. And I think this. I mean, it's very close, right? They're flip flopping.
Bro, Apple is a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah,
why is Microsoft so high? 2.7
It's Microsoft.
trillion?
Yeah, it's Microsoft.
I know it's Microsoft, but like I guess I get it. Nvidia, fucking, that's a unicorn because that stock's not that old. Apple's been around for what, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Microsoft as well. Is there a time in our life that we ever see Bitcoin flip gold?
I think so.
You think?
I think that people think like, oh, just because I think so. I think especially if we start mining Bitcoin on other planets, and I think that's close. I think we're going to find precious metals in space. Shout out to the Wiggleloss twins. I think that's a good point. You know?
I want to see. So we got to find out like that compare market cap, what the price of Bitcoin would be if it has gold's market cap.
Just 10x it. Yeah, 10x it. Pretty much roughly 10x. So
$1 million plus. Probably like $1.2 million for Bitcoin. But then that also means that gold wouldn't be,
maybe
increasing in price.
Maybe not.
Could be
decreasing. But gold's been killing it lately. It's
forever.
All time out there.
Forever.
Yeah. So if you have gold, it's going up in value, baby. Keep it.
Yeah, that's crazy. 22.3 trillion.
Yeah.
I wonder, is that all like physical gold or can you buy it online? Can you buy it like a stock?
So I think just like a lot of things, when you buy gold, like if you buy like a gold, like something that represents gold online, obviously it has to be somewhere for real.
It's backed. Like a proof of reserves, like Tether.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like Tether.
Like Tether,
yeah, Tether.
Chinese paper. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we'll see, we did see this yesterday. I'll play this a little later, but I do want to say something because I think that Trump is kind of flip-flopping on the whole China tariff situation. And I think that he thought that China would, kind of cave in a little more, which I haven't seen anything about that. But White House considered, and this is why the market's recovering, right? Two separate things that Trump's kind of flip-flop on, right? One is the White House considers slashing China tariffs to de-escalate trade war, right? So interesting. They want to de-escalate the trade war, right? He's getting a lot of backlash from that, right? So Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi says the U.S. is abusing tariffs, losing global support, and isolating itself. I don't know about that. I do think that there's a lot of countries that want to negotiate with the United States. We saw India and many other powers.
Taiwan, Vietnam, all these countries.
But I do think that United States is bending a little bit to that. So
are we?
I think so. So the U.S. tariffs on China will likely be reduced by 50%. Wall Street Journal reports, and this is also interesting. This is why the market's moving too. Trump says he has no intention of firing Fed Chair Powell days after saying that his termination cannot come. It's obvious. It's not like 4D chess. I think it is. It's what it is, and he's just kind of. Trump is not going to admit when he's wrong at all. So he's going to be like, yeah, it's part of the plan all along. You know what I mean? Because I think that people, and we see this with the market, right? I think that people do believe in Jerome Powell and they do think he's doing a good job. And if you look at the evidence, he has been doing a good job getting inflation under control. So I think that all those things together, it's like kind of flip-flopping a little bit.
That's fine. He'll never admit he's wrong, but a flip-flop is fine. It's funny how like us bending the knee towards China is actually good for the stock market. You would think it'd be the opposite way, right? If China bends the knee and, comes to terms and negotiates for these tariffs, it would be good for the United States. But Trump actually bending the knee and kind of loosening these tariffs is good for the markets. And I think you're right with Jerome Powell. Most people I talk to, especially in the crypto space, they think he's doing a decent or good job, right?
Yeah.
Like Gary Gensler, the consensus was out. 100% or 99% of people thought he was doing a terrible job. With Jerome, I think most people do believe that he's doing a decent job. So it's good to see that Trump is not going to fire him, let him do his thing. And nice to see that China is coming to terms a little bit with the tariffs.
Yeah, I think so. I hope hopefully that works out, and this is another thing that just published right now. Trump saying that, U.S. President Trump says the U.S. will have a fair trade deal with China. And I think that maybe, I think Xi is visiting the United States.
Is he?
Next month,
He's coming to D.C.?
That's what I've been hearing.
That's good.
So
that's very, very good.
Yeah.
And not going to California. Remember when he went to California and they cleaned up the streets? Like San Francisco, they made it, they put up fences. They took all the homeless out just for him. And it's like, if you can do it now, why not do it all the time? But they will be coming to, hopefully he comes to D.C. Hopefully they sit down. And hopefully it's a good meeting, because Trump's had good meetings. He's had bad meetings. That meeting with Zelensky was wild.
Yeah, it was
back
crazy.
In the day. It was shouting match in the Oval Office.
Yeah, and we did get some other news from BRICS. Let me go ahead and find this. I didn't find where to put that. I did see some update with that. Hell, let me share my screen here. Give me 1 second. I did see some more news on that. And remember, that was one of the other things we wanted to get resolved. Right here it says Ukrainian President Zelensky says he's ready for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire with Russia. Now, when these obviously the huge war, right? We want this to fucking end. But when we see stuff like that online, I just want to make sure that the sources are legit. Like we see right here, President Trump says we're going to be very nice to China. Like a bunch of stuff happening that could really just give investors clarity, and I think that's what they want. They want to make sure, like when they buy into the market, we're not going to just take a big dump.
Yeah, I mean, well, when you think about it, like for an investor on the sideline, especially in crypto, it's like it's so uncertain. You know, you have the war with Russia, Ukraine, you have these tariffs with China and the United States. You have Trump who can pump it or dump it with one tweet. So I get it. It's been very, very uncertain. I think you're right. The word is clarity. That's what we're all looking for in order to invest more or to be a little bit more confident holding our bags. But I think Bricks News is pretty reliable. It's from same company that owns Watcher Guru. They run Bricks News as well. So but I guess Zelensky saying he wants a ceasefire is pretty good. Does Putin want that? That's the question.
I think it all depends on like how much land are they gonna, secede to them. Like, I
think he probably wants it like done. Hey, they? How much land did they take? Did they get any of Ukraine so far?
Yeah,
they got it.
Yeah, a good amount. Yeah, I think it's like 20% or something like that. It's a good amount back.
So crazy, bro. To think about like, so what if you're Ukrainian and you live there? Did they leave the people? Did they just slaughter everybody?
I think it's a war zone, so I think the people that wanted to evacuate are out. I don't think they slaughtered everybody. It's not like World War II.
It's kind of crazy, bro. 2025, like you still want fucking land, like you want that land back, but it was theirs to begin with, right? 300 plus years ago, and they want it back. But hopefully, we can come to an end of this war soon. How do you think Trump's doing on it? He promised that he was going to end this war on day one.
Yeah,
we're on day like 130. Obviously, it's super complicated. You think he's been doing a good job with Ukraine and Russia?
I think it was easier said than done because a lot of, you get to undo what's been done like the last 4 years with the last administration. And I think that really the reason why they exploded in the White House like that is because that Trump had these huge, like, hey, when I get in, we're going to finish, we're going to get all these things done. And it turns out a lot of the things that he wanted with the war just hasn't come, like the Israel situation. I'm not sure where that's at.
Hostages. I mean, he said before he got in office, he said, hey, release all the hostages or all hell will break loose. And they slowly did release all the hostages. I think that deal fell through. And then with Russia, Ukraine, it's just so complicated, right?
Yeah.
These aren't things like, hey, Rodney, wear a black shirt, right? It's very, very complicated. They've been having wars for, I mean, some of them hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Other ones 3 years.
It's complicated.
It's easier said than done. Do you think that the war, this is another thing that he says, that do you think Russia, Ukraine would have started if he was in office?
No.
Because
You think
Putin respects him?
Oh, for sure. I think he respects him. I think he respects him a lot. I think, I don't think that, he would have been that ballsy enough to do those sorts of things. I don't think that, because the thing is, like, when you think of like NATO, like Trump's not having those talks with NATO and the EU to like put troops on, like to make, because the biggest reason why they invaded Ukraine in the first place is because there's talks of Ukraine becoming a part of NATO. And it's like, you're putting like, enemies on your border. It's like, if you're Russia, I understand. And I think Trump, even though the rest of the world wants to bully Russia into whatever, they're kind of warmongers. I think at the end of the day, Trump sees that, well, that's like an act of aggression, and when we started, NATO back in 94, that was one of the rules that we weren't going to have like, alliance, like people on the border of Russia. So it makes sense for Russia to invade and stuff like that to kind of, escalate that situation. And I think that's the real reason why it happened. So. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get it resolved soon. I think that'd be good for crypto. Let's take a look real quick at the markets again. So Bitcoin, $93,000, 94 this morning. The past 4 months have been interesting for cryptocurrency, right? So Donald Trump wins the election back here in November. We had a $64,000 Bitcoin beforehand.
Yeah.
It ran up to $108,000. We were saying it on our show that we were expecting some sort of a pullback, right? I think it came a little bit like sharper than we thought back in January. We had a live stream. Remember, we were just waiting for Trump to say the word crypto, like, kind of like just like kind of soft in my opinion. How we were just sitting here like, please say crypto, please say crypto, please say crypto.
Yeah.
And then after that, we just had so much bad news after bad news. I think there was a lot of greed in the market. What really started this first sell-off was the DeepSeek. Wasn't that what it's called? The Chinese company, DeepSeek. They came out with an AI that was like 1,000 times cheaper than OpenAI. And then the next week we had the largest liquidation in crypto history. I think it was $8 billion liquidated. And then the next week we had the Bybit hack. Like it was just bad news stacked after bad news. But in the grand scheme of things, so much good stuff was happening in the crypto space during that time, right? The SEC dropped 8 lawsuits against prominent figures. A lot of legislation was being passed. Donald Trump was speaking at crypto events. So now that we're on our way back up, that pullback, when you look at it from today, April 23rd, like that pullback after going from 64,000 to 108,000, it was always expected, right? It was always expected. You can't just go in a straight line up forever.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously the talks of like the whole tariff situation, even though we knew they were like coming,
Tariffs as well.
they started to become like a reality, and that scared a lot of people, caused uncertainty in the markets. You know,
it was wild. I mean, it was just, but volatility. I mean, we've been in this space for quite some time. Volatility in crypto is always expected, right?
Yeah,
always expected. And I think and I'm guessing this is what you did, but during the past 3 months, you didn't sell anything, right? When ETH was going down from 4K down to 1,500, you didn't sell anything.
You don't panic sell, no.
You can't panic sell. It's rule number one in crypto space. I mean, volatility is always expected. And it appears that the bottom was in, pull this up, coach, on April 8th, $76,000. I think we hit it a couple times. We bounced pretty nicely and back up to $93,000 today. So crypto looking pretty strong today, right? I'm not going to say that the worst is over yet, but crypto looking pretty strong. Hopefully some of these issues that we're having in the space can resolve themselves. And then it's nice to see, I mean, just after 4 months of just brutalization, it's nice to see tokens that we talked about pretty consistently start to pump. And SUI is leading the charge. SUI is up to $2.90 today, which is why it was at $2.40 yesterday, up 20% on the day, looking pretty strong.
Absolutely, yeah. Doing Memecoin numbers, which is strange for an altcoin. You don't see it like that, like not in 24 hours usually.
Yeah,
and it's like outpacing everything else. Like a lot of Memecoins are not even doing those numbers today, which is a good sign in my opinion. I mean, it's a sign of like something good. And I still think that we're still early with SUI. I still think a lot of us are predicting like $25, $30, stuff like that. So
it's what we were predicting, and it was making sense back in the day. I think it will. I mean, who knows if it's this cycle or next cycle? And SUI memes, Loafy doing pretty well as well. Loafy up to a $36 million market cap, looking pretty strong here. So shout out to David and the team over there building Loafy.
Yeah, Loafy's doing fantastic. And I'm going to be making a video on how to defrost your NFTs a little later. So that's coming out. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, they had the NFT launch yesterday, and it looked pretty successful. NFTs were a thing of 2021, but I think it's just a good way to like show the community that you're still building. The NFTs look pretty sick too. So that is bullish news for Loafy. We got to get into the Shannon Sharpe stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, that chick's hot, bro.
She is hot.
Right here. So this is we'll talk about a little bit of cheese smash, some pop culture stuff, I guess.
We got to get into it.
So this is from No Jumper, dude. When it comes to like typical like this is like my type. Big ol' ass, don't care about the titties, right? So this is so check this out. So the identity and photos of Shannon Sharpe's rape accuser. So I don't think it was rape, but I think she was trying to get money from him.
It's not rape.
And the attorney is the same one that tried to get Jay-Z and all these people, right?
He's a scammer.
Yeah,
you know?
The 20-year-old is suing Shannon Sharpe, 54, for $50 million for sexual assault, despite his offer of $10 million to keep quiet during mediation last month. Dude, $10 million to keep quiet. God damn, I hit it raw too, boy.
Bro, he offered her. She's hot for sure. She's a 10. He offered her $10 million.
We think.
And why would she turn that down?
Because she wants more.
I know.
But I think she's stupid. I don't think she understands.
$10 million.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I bet the lawyer probably has like a thing in the clause where he gets like 85% because he's getting it.
Well, I think he had I think Shannon Sharpe had like a contract coming up, like a contract renewal coming up. And I think that they probably thought they could get more money from him because, ESPN, he has a lot of things going for him. And
he's got a show, right? Shay.
I don't know. And obviously ESPN is owned by Disney. So maybe they drop him. He came out with his own video yesterday, talked about it. I mean, he's on the call with her, telling he's going to choke the shit out of her, but then they like to play dirty. I don't fucking know. I just think.
I listened to that call.
Yeah, I think it is what it is.
And so I watched his video. He said that they're going to release like part of the sex tape. And I mean, look, if you've had sex before, you understand that like some of it is passionate, making love, some of it's kissing, and sometimes it could get rough, right?
Yeah, she's a freak. Yeah, they're freaks.
They're freaks. Yeah. So like, as Shannon says, release the whole sex tape.
Yeah.
First off, why is he letting someone film for 10 plus minutes having sex? Pretty dumb.
Look, I get it. I'm a little. Yeah, I mean, I like but
I know, but that's at that level. Like, you got to know that this shit could be used against you.
Yeah.
And I agree. If they do release like a snippet of the sex tape, Rodney, 20 seconds, and it's like it looks violent and aggressive, release the whole thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Me and Rodney might want to watch and see.
Yeah, for research purposes.
Yes, we need to see how it's filmed. But it just, for me, Rodney, it does feel like one of those, not Me Too movements, but like, dude, there's been so many times that they're just like, Andrew Tate, Kanye West, like all these famous names raped you.
Now, if this is 5,
probably
6 years
consensual.
Ago, he gets canceled. But like, I think now the culture's changing. So it's like, all right, be gone, thought. Like,
show us the video.
Yeah, exactly.
Show us the whole 10-minute video.
I think her biggest argument is like he didn't wear a condom at one point, and she got mad at that and stuff. It's like, I get it.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Who here wears condoms?
I just pull out a top ramen packet like seasoning, and I just say it's a condom.
Spicy,
I'm shaking
huh?
it, you know, and they think it's a condom. It's not really a condom.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Who here wears? I don't blame. Look, we got to see what happens. First off, I do not blame him for hooking up with her.
Woo!
She's definitely a baddie.
People are hating on her. Like, oh, she's ugly, Unc. I'm like,
she's not ugly at all, but she does look like a Tatiana, in my opinion. Personally, pull up these photos. Let's see, just for research purposes.
Well, I'm gonna make sure there's no like fucking actual, because sometimes there's porn in this shit.
No, those no jumper reposted that.
No, but sometimes people will post their own porn in the comment section, and X doesn't filter.
What do you do if you're her father and all this is breaking? You're like, you're
Whatever.
20 years old,
Whatever, yeah.
and you're hooking up with a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, he's a rich guy. How common it? Look where we live. I've seen so many old guys with hot young women.
Yeah, so many.
Yeah, and it's like, what do you think they like you because of your personality, dummy?
It's funny. I went to her Instagram photo, and like when you just look at the photos, I'm like, I know like 15 girls that post just similar
exactly like
photos like this. No boyfriend, you know, like it makes you wonder like what they're doing. Yeah. You know, they all like when you talk to them, they're all like, "Oh, I'm innocent. You know, I'm not with anyone. I'm just with my dog."
Yeah,
it's like, who are they really with, Rodney?
Oh,
who are they really with?
Yeah, a lot of these girls.
Because if you knew this chick, you wouldn't think she's with fucking Shannon Sharpe, Unc.
I don't know. I remember my first like dose of reality. I was living in Portland. I was dating this girl, and she would literally brag about all the Portland Trailblazers she'd fuck.
It's not a bragging.
It's not attractive, but girls do that sometimes. They think they're guys.
Is that basketball too?
She would, and visiting teams. Like she would just like, oh yeah, they fly me out here. Like people would literally fly someone out for 24 hours. They'd spend money on a plane they'd fly women out to spend a weekend with them. You know what I mean?
Who would do that?
And buy them expensive things.
People do that?
People do that shit all the time. Yeah.
That should not be happening. But what's up, Mike Farley? Mike Farley is back. Captain B&B must be pumping. We'll pull up Captain B&B in a second.
Mike's back, baby.
Mike comes back. Mike was DCAing captain the whole time. So this guy's hopefully going to make a lot of money here. But I mean, here's the thing with this situation. Shannon Sharpe, look at this comment right there. Shannon Sharpe was born in 1968 in a legal situation with a 19/20-year-old. I don't care what the facts are. That N-word is nasty. Do you have any issue with that?
First of all, these are either ugly ass women.
Yeah.
Or girls who are just mad.
Yeah.
Or guys who cannot understand because they're never in that position.
Yes, we're men. Like, so
look, I get it.
I hope I'm married by 60, right? With a wife that I love and a beautiful family. But if I'm not, and I'm still talking shit online, and I'm 60 and I'm rich and ripped and shredded,
who cares?
And a 20-year-old girl that looks like that slides in your DMs, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
She's 20. She's not. This would be a big issue if she's 17.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It reminds me of that Bill Burr skit where people were like, coming after like Tiger Woods because he cheated on his wife. It's like, you've never been a guy who has like, can you imagine being Tiger Woods and a truckload of blonde whores just want to fuck you, like hot one? It's like you've never been in that situation. All these guys who just like,
they don't get it.
So despicable.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
I can't believe it.
Is hooking up with a 24-year-old. Oh my God. 48. Oh my God.
Yeah.
24.
Get the fuck out of here.
She's been legal for 6 years. Nadia Omari says just nasty.
Yeah, but
I guess it depends who it is. Look, if you're a woman that's like a little bit older, it's probably nasty. You're like, that's the age. Technically, he could be her grandfather.
Oh, younger women like older, successful men. They just do. It could be money, it could be experience.
Could be money.
I don't make the rules.
Probably money.
Why do you think they date all these older guys?
Maybe money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe money.
She plotted on Unc thing and exited the plan, but on the bright side, the white guys still will never want her. Maybe, yeah, big age.
She plotted on Unc.
Yeah. Dude, there's we know a lot of young hot women who are just fucking dimes, especially here in like Florida. Who, it's interesting.
There's a lot in our building.
Boats every weekend.
In our building.
Yeah, boats every weekend, expensive trips.
What's that song by Pazza? Money talks. Money talks.
It's true. Yeah,
money does talk.
Great equalizer, bro.
And Kayla says you're attracted to what you lack. I definitely agree. What's up, James Flowers? I would love to hear more opinions on here.
I think if you're a guy with options, you'll have a lot of guys will have those options.
I don't have any issue with it whatsoever. Pull up that. Let's just for research purposes, let's just pull that up one more time. Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. Especially one on the right. I don't see an issue, Rodney.
Unc, I get it, Unc.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see. But dude, you got to be careful out there, because like, dude, they trap your ass,
I'm always hitting it raw too, bro.
You don't know why?
No, I get why, but like, you gotta be careful. I mean,
at 60, can he get her pregnant?
Say her name, Mel. GM Legends, long time. What's up, Blair? How you doing?
What's up, Blair? Can he get her pregnant at 60? Is that a thing?
Maybe he has a vasectomy. I don't know. He's probably got that covered. He's not stupid.
Anyways, we got to see how this shapes out. But I do appreciate the fact that he came right out and addressed that shit, called her out, put her name out there, and said that they're going to release a snippet of the sex tape, and he wants the full thing released.
Yeah, show us the full thing.
Rodney wants the full thing released as well, just to make sure.
Unk's probably tearing them cheeks up.
Just to make sure. So, Rodney, you quit Zins.
Yeah, well, I've been one a day. Yeah,
one a day. How's it been?
Yeah, so I actually quit nicotine. It's been tough, man. I've been quitting everything. You know what I mean?
So good, though.
Nadia, shame. Nadia, come on, chill out.
Shame
Nadia,
on you, Rodney, for liking 20-year-old beautiful women.
Yes, shame on for being attractive. It's like you don't understand.
Shame on you, dude.
You don't understand.
Why? I want to know why she thinks shame. How, Nadia, tell us how old you are. Are you a woman or a man? I'm just curious.
How do you look, Nadia?
No, I'm just curious to see like where the viewpoint's coming from. Because like most men, like Jayhawk and everybody else in this chat, have no issues with that. But if I was an older woman, if I was like 45 years old, I'd be like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, of course
that's
it is.
old.
Yeah.
That could be your grandfather.
Yeah, older women are always jealous of young girls because it doesn't matter like how much you take care of yourself. Like youth, I know it's fucked up, guys, but it's like young guys, like you have nothing going for you except that maybe you're young. But older guys with money, experience, like a lifestyle that women want to experience, like that's attractive, right? And older guys like younger women. They like youth, and the truth is you can't get that back. Whereas men, through time, you can acquire things, but guys don't care about it. Guys care about young, hot women. They don't care about how much shit you got, your PhD. Can't stick your fist in your personality. You just can't. You know what I mean?
And it goes backwards too, right? So men get better with age. Women, in my opinion, get worse with age.
When it comes to attractiveness.
Why is
not
that?
A knock? It's just the way. I don't know.
You think it's a society trap, like them telling us like George Clooney, the silver fox, looks so great?
Or
is it true?
Attraction is not a choice. You don't get to choose what you like. It just is.
Yeah.
It just is. You don't get to choose what you like. It is.
It's true.
You can say that he's old and he should have a wife and kids. It's like, that's his fucking
Who cares?
life. Let him live it.
He probably does. He probably does have kids.
Now, is it irresponsible for a man who has this entire career and who's in the public limelight to be doing that crazy shit like that? Yes.
What was he doing though? We got to find out. Was he having sex?
Well, I think.
What was he doing?
He was just these phone calls. I think he put himself out there. And look, here's the thing. I bet you there's hundreds of women that he's had this experience with, and this is the only one that probably went bad. So, you know,
he offered her 10 mil.
I mean, there's some crazy text messages like 25 for each ass cheek, something like 25K for each ass cheek or something like that.
For what? A photo?
I don't fucking.
He's a freak, bro.
He's a freak.
I mean, he's fucking jacked up on testosterone, steroids. He's got 20-year-olds in his DM.
Yeah.
He already had a sex take leaped on fucking Instagram Live. He's a freak. He's running all over the world. Probably doing blow. Why not? Probably doing a bunch of blow.
Yeah.
Interviewing Kamala. Didn't he interview Kamala?
Yeah, it was bad.
Cat Williams dropping P. Diddy shit on his podcast. He's fucking.
Which all came true, yeah, which is crazy.
He's living his life, man. No problems with the 20-year-old. I have no problems, but maybe like less talking about choking them on phone calls and, you know, paying them for certain things. But it's crazy that he offered 25 mil. Let's see. Natalie, or what's her name? Nadia. Nadia said, so when it hits the fan, so whine about the payout. Don't whine.
Don't whine.
Nadia, you didn't tell us how
just because you're fucking some old guy doesn't mean you can extort him for money because you just want to take his money. It's like that's a legal issue we have. And they're gonna fight it out. Let him duke it out. She's literally hiring a lawyer who does this. This is his job.
He's a scammer.
It happened with like the Conor McGregor situation.
They'll probably settle too. Yeah, Conor.
No, he's suing him for defamation. Shannon Sharpe's not giving in. He's like, nope.
Really?
He's like, what you want to do? This is a shakedown, but what you're gonna get is a lawsuit for defamation.
Holy shit! So
Skip.
he's not going to pay this $50 million, and he's going to sue him.
I think he tried to pay her $10 million.
If he wins, she's going to regret that decision.
Well, we saw the same thing with remember Alex Pereira with that OnlyFans girl.
Anal.
Yeah, Chama.
He put in my butt. Didn't she say that? He put in my butt and said Chama. That's savage.
That probably happened.
Oh, for
but
sure.
It wasn't against their will, you know?
That would probably like.
It's so crazy. Be like,
that would make you go dry so fast.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
It's bad, man. You know, because like you can't prove whether it's consensual or not. I think the best thing to do is just to walk around with a piece of paper. Like, hey, my name is X. I am consenting to have sex with this person.
NDA,
on this date. And you film them like, hey, are you in good standing right now? You're not drugged. You're not roofied. That's like the only way to do it. But who does that, right? No one's going to want that. It's weird.
Yeah, here's another post. Jane Doe, aka Gabby Zuniga. 20-year-old OnlyFans girl who's suing Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, so same thing we saw, but different pictures.
After $10 million to keep quiet has been revealed. I mean, honestly, if a girl like that's wearing that, bro, slides in your DMs, it's probably best to stay away. She look a little crazy now that I look at it. She look a little crazy.
He may say, "Don't whine" for two grown couples having consensual sex. I'm like, don't whine about it. Like, what about her? What about her what about her just suing the man because she wants money? Like, oh, he can't have sex with people because later on the road they're gonna try to fucking blackmail him. Like, that's so crazy to say. Don't get mad. It's like that's so stupid. That's such like a elementary argument to say don't get mad that this OnlyFans girl is gonna fuck. You know what I mean?
I think that this time period that we're seeing when this all these allegations come out, it's gonna stop. Just like everything else will stop, right? Like cancel culture is now done. The Me Too movement is now done, right? Yeah. This will it's going to hit a breaking point when enough guys get accused of rape that doesn't come true.
Yeah.
Like Russell Brand just got accused from 1999 and 2005.
I haven't really looked into that, but I know he was a straight degen back in the day.
I know, but
yeah, I know that now they're
for me. It's like weird when it takes 26 years.
Weird timing, yeah,
strange timing. Straight like now he's ultra conservative, far right, calling out the government, calling out vaccines, and like now you come out,
doing jujitsu. He's a purple belt.
Yeah,
he's a purple belt. Wow, that's a lot of work. Yeah, Russell Brand's
he's crushing it.
Yeah,
it just I really do think that like the pendulum is just like everything else. The pendulum swings too far.
Mike says keep that paper right next to the blue chew. Yes, absolutely.
Mike loves the blue chews. That guy's always rocked up.
They're good for you.
Captain B&B, $8.4 million market cap.
Yeah,
looking pretty strong. This was one that ran up to a fucking $60 million market cap in 3 days, and then CZ Binance had that weird broccoli situation. Market's kind of corrected. Back up to an $8.4 million market cap. I'm still holding my Captain B&B. Still like it a lot, and had a lot of successful green days in a row. I think we saw right around a $10 million market cap. So Captain B&B looking pretty strong here on April 23rd.
Yeah, it's good to see that pump again. I am down bad.
On Captain?
Yeah.
When'd you get in?
Captain B&B?
Like 20?
Around 20, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Dude, that was a weird one. Fucking, I stayed up all night fucking posting about this token. Andrew Tate was tweeting about it. Like, Alex Becker, it was wild. But yeah, that was just when the runners were running, man. There was daily runners. That's when TST launched on Binance and ran to fucking $500 million market cap overnight. But yeah, it's been a weird time in the crypto space to say the least. But I think that things are starting to look a little bit better. Even SUI's ripping again. SUI was just down at 280. Now it's back up to 296. So
yeah.
Market's pumping.
Market's looking good. Yeah, I think
looking great.
The market's going to. So off the Shannon Sharpe story, I think the market's going to continue to rip, guys. God damn. As long as we, have certainty, pretty much just certainty. And I want to show you guys something because yesterday we did get these. So a lot of people are asking, is David Sachs going to be the same as Gary Gensler? So obviously he was sworn in. I mean, not David Sachs, but
Paul Atkins.
Yeah, so check it out.
A top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent, and principled approach. We will work to ensure that the United States is the best and most secure place in the world to invest and to do business. So, Mr. President, again, thank you very much for your graciousness in extending such a top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent.
Yeah. So, it's nice to, so what does that mean? Strong regulatory, I don't think like Trump can have a token and him to, because a lot of people were saying like, is he going to be the same as Gary Gensler? But I don't think Trump can launch his own coin and then like him be this exact same as like Gary Gensler.
Nah, he launched it. That was such bad time. I have like PTSD from everything that's happened after that.
It's just Melania.
Melania, that's what ruined it. Melania, Argentinian president. But I think Paul Atkins, so who was the chairman during this whole time? Like when Gary Gensler resigned on January 20th till now, who was the chairman? Because so much shit happened. Like if he just got sworn in, who was running the SEC? You know what I mean? Like, because think about how much stuff happened from January 20th to April 22nd.
Yeah.
Like all the lawsuits were dismissed. XRP, like who was the head? If Paul was he like acting head and then just had to get sworn in? That might have been what it was. He might have been like the acting head and then finally got sworn in by Congress.
Yeah, exactly. I think there was like a little period in between where they're getting them ready to rock. But yeah, it's nice to see someone there that it's we got to see like the results over the next 4 years. But obviously, like people are.
He's much better, dude.
Yeah.
You can already tell. Like what Gary Gensler did was just, we saw it. Like, dude, so do you actually think that Biden and Gary Gensler were trying to kill the crypto industry? Do you think that was a plan? Do you think that the big banks were paying them a lot of money or, lobbying to kill crypto?
I would say so.
I think so.
It seems like they're just super anti-crypto. I mean, it did. I mean, it's not like one of those things we have to overthink it. Like, just think of the things that they were doing. Making it hard, for banks to deal with crypto, going after the major crypto companies. It's just
debanking crypto founders.
Exactly.
I think there was like 50 of the top crypto founders. I mean, going after every single company, Coinbase, Binance, FTX. I mean, not FTX. They missed FTX. Gemini, every good company they went after. MetaMask, Uniswap, like they went after everybody, bro.
Yeah.
And we saw that they missed a lot of people. But yeah, I think that the word, I really do. Like, we can't prove it, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was big banks or like these big companies that were lobbying to Biden and Gary Gensler to stifle crypto adoption and innovation.
Yeah.
And Trump's done the exact opposite.
Check this out. This is pretty cool. So the 13-year-old pump fund rugger, remember, who's like, we dropped 25 bandos on you. Oh, let me share my screen. Give me a second.
Thanks for the bandos.
I don't think that's his car, though. He's been posting a lot of pictures, him next to expensive cars. I thought this was funny. His little watch.
25 bandos.
The evolution of a crypto bro.
That's crazy. I'm surprised his parents didn't fucking take him off the internet.
No, they probably like the fact.
And he's got a watch, though, too.
Make it the buddy.
He might be rugging still.
Oh, man.
Space is fucked.
It's harder to rug than to make a bunch of money than you think. I've been using Photon. I was yesterday doing some live meme coin trading, which we're going to do today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just like live meme coin trading. And I ended up breaking even for the day. It's pretty hard.
Really?
Yeah, breaking even.
I like that. Are your wallets doxed?
No,
You're
because
just like trading wallets?
Yeah, I'm sure people could put everything's live, though.
What are you trading on?
It's called Photon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? Just like
we're
scanning?
Brand new, launches, and like I have a little bit of a method, but it's hard.
That could get big, bro. Because because that's like, remember Gigi? Like, she was doing those streams where she's like trying to find the daily runners.
But a lot of those are insiders. I'm not saying she was doing insiders, but it'd be easy to run a stream, have somebody launch a token, a lot of insiders buy it.
Have a lot of people on the stream. You buy it, it goes up. People start buying it. Oh my god!
Exactly. And you can see a lot of it when you look at like the bubble maps. There's a bunch of different tools you can use. You can tell if it's insiders.
Oh, look at this token that just launched.
Yeah, I'm not making like 100x's. Like yesterday, we were getting pretty wrecked, and we're doing well and getting wrecked at the same time. So,
look at this. Jelly just launched.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy it at 1,000 market cap.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, it's running up. Oh, the Solana.
And I mean, that's what the vape cabal was kind of exposed for, is doing the insider shit. Which I'm not surprised.
Are they back?
I don't know.
Are they back? They fucking made it grip and they got out.
Yeah.
Which you can't be mad. Gambling on live new pairs. Good luck. I mean, dude, honestly, it's a fun show though.
It's not really live new pair. It kind of is.
It's live, like new tokens.
I mean, I could show you guys.
Show us. Fucking
all right.
Rip one right now.
Like before they bond, straight bond.
You can. I'll show you.
Fucking rip one right now.
The Proton. Bro.
I think that's actually exciting, and dude, I think that people will fucking love that. People love gambling. They're just gonna copy trade you. You're gonna be the new vape cabal. They're gonna come after you. After you hit too many 1,000 X's.
Fuck it.
It's probably on the other computer.
I don't think I have any soul on this one. Give me a second here. Let me try it. Is this not my password? I don't know. I don't have an account on here that I can use. I have to load it up. It's all I'm gonna do a lot of shit right now.
Okay, no worries. Morning Liquido.
But if you guys want me to show you, I can tomorrow on my own computer.
Hell yeah.
How to do it. Coming out at 4 p.m. today. It's pretty fun. Watch me get wrecked. I started off with 7.6 soul yesterday, and ended with 7.4. So
that's actually fun though, right?
Yeah.
It's probably a fun stream. Like,
it is a fun stream, man.
Especially if you hit one big. But I would imagine as it grows, people are gonna start just copy trading.
Yeah,
They're just be trading alongside you. You hit it. Imagine winning imagine finding 1,000 X with your stream together.
Live, it'd be crazy.
Fucking sick.
It'd be crazy. That'd be sick. Yeah. Yeah,
Like
but
that.
DJs love seeing those high volume rugs. Though I know it's just,
God, I've gotten rugged so much. I have so much PTSD from fucking all those streams. I do believe though that once the markets turn around, we're gonna start to see more solid meme coins. And look, everybody's tweeting about Brett again. I need to get a Brett tweet out right now.
Yeah, Brett's looking pretty good.
Why is Base? This is from Overdose. Why is Base literally supporting everything on Base except for the biggest token there that made the most of the people actually bridge to their chain? How could they not support Brett when it's the one that is performing better than all of their listings for so many months?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's your take?
I don't know. I just think that I say fuck them. You're at that point. I think right now it's one of the to me it's like this, to go like Toshi and skip over Brett to me is crazy. But I don't know. There has to be something on the back end where they don't like it. But it seems to maybe supply control. But at the same time, I think
it can't be supply control. They're literally launching their own tokens every fucking day.
Yeah, it's different though. It's theirs. They're in first. They're in first.
It can't be. I mean, I guess that's the only thing you could point to, right? Is supply control.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's So is Jesse Pollock the one that's launching these tokens?
Probably the team, I think. I don't know if
Are they
it's
actually
him.
launching like Hello tokens on base?
There's a lot.
It's either like launching it or just like let's allegedly like if a token is going to get listed on Coinbase, buying a lot of supply beforehand.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know.
It's gonna get to a point though where people are in this thing of Coinbase listings as a joke.
I think I tweeted that out yesterday. See how it did. See what the comments are. I asked if
Well, what did we see from Binance and Coinbase as soon as Trump was getting elected? It's like they stopped giving a fuck.
right away as soon as he won. Pepe. It was in December, I believe.
Yeah,
Crypto Che, what up, brother? Yeah,
Crypto
it was
Che?
in December. They listed Pepe right away, and then
Yeah.
since then, I think they've listed like 20 meme coins.
Yeah.
That like dogging me
Yeah.
over Brett. VVV, like there was just a number. So it seems like the Brett community is kind of moving away from a Coinbase listing. No one really cares anymore.
Yeah. It seems like that. Which it is. Basis for everyone. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Time will tell. But I do think there should be there should be way more support for Brett.
Yeah, maybe a Binance listing, but we shall see. I mean, they did at the end of the day. It's like they did bring so many people to the base chain. I mean, hundreds of thousands of holders to the base chain. They were the first one, but Brett's looking strong today. I mean, the pump is real for Brett. Up 30% on the day. 30% on the day, 40% on the week. So Brett's looking very strong, almost back to a $500 million market cap. Where was it at all month? I mean, we saw Brett dip down to a $200 million market cap. So it's almost doubled in size. And community's still strong, but Brett's been through this before. Brett all-time high is a $2.1 billion market cap back in December. Holy shit. Everything just dropped. Do you think that we see all-time highs for meme coins? Like everything was down literally 100+%. Do we ever see all-time highs for a lot of these top meme coins? Like SPX, Brett, WIF, MOG?
For sure, like Doge and Pepe, maybe even Shib too. I don't know. Shib's still thugging it out, bro. Still has a really strong community. A lot of people are holding Shib, bro.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I put a video out and like a lot of people are watching it compared to other videos. Like people really do like Shib, especially on like YouTube.
Yeah, it's in the algorithm, but I don't know. SHIB just the bear market was, they did a great job in 2021. The bear market was just wild because they came out with so much utility. Like, are they even utilizing any of that utility? SHIB.
No give
they
a shit.
built a fucking metaverse. Like people bought plots of lands for thousands of dollars. There's no way they're building that.
Yeah, it turns out no one gives a shit about the metaverse, right?
How about that Shitoshi token? Remember he launched?
Oh, Shy and just dipped.
Did he stop tweeting about it?
I actually made a bag off that, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I made a bag off the Shy token. I remember that when it happened.
Yeah, he like phrased it. We don't know if it's true or not, but he did phrase it that, it was like a CTO of Shy and he's going to help promote it and talk about it to his 300,000 followers.
Yeah.
And I think it did.
And then womp womp.
Did pretty well. So what's the latest with Pete Hegseth? Why are they going after him so hard?
I don't know. I think that they were saying that they were going to fire him or something like that. I actually don't know. I'm not really tapped into that, but
yeah, I think he. I mean, they just keep saying that his Signal chats are getting linked. We saw the one like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
but apparently his Signal chats, he was tweeting about like a war plan to his wife, and those got leaked as well. But anyways, wild shit. I agree with you. Like the politics are just so toxic.
Yeah, it is toxic. It's kind of like, to me, it's just kind of like it's kind of like not brain rot, but it's almost worse than brain rot. It's just poison. Like when you're on the internet, it just makes you think like the entire internet's racist. Racist and just
It's definitely not good for you.
No,
to be online all the time, especially like on Twitter. It's a very, very toxic place. This is some news here from ARK Invest. So ARK Invest, Fidelity, and BlackRock received more than $700 million in ETF inflows today. Larry Fink is bullish on Bitcoin. Kathy Wood is bullish on Bitcoin. Institutions are bullish on Bitcoin. So a lot of people buying Bitcoin today, and they've been buying it the whole time. I mean, even when we had a $80,000 Bitcoin, $77,000 Bitcoin, we saw companies like BlackRock, ARK Invest buying Bitcoin, which is bullish.
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, obviously it's bullish. That I think they're looking at the same things we're looking at with the market, and they see like it may just be a time where we think that there's clarity, and then it's a good time to just buy.
Yeah, we just need the tariffs to kind of come to an end. Hopefully the wars and things will be.
Yeah, never mention that shit again. You know what I mean?
I mean, did it work though? In the grand scheme of things, did it work? Do you think the tariffs were successful so far? Did it work for the United States? Or was it just stupid? And should we have just kept it?
I think there needs to be something done. But I do want to read this text thread from the Shannon Sharpe situation.
Oh no, what is it?
Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want. Then I can do whatever I want to me. Text from Gabriel Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you. Nice. Text from
So
Gabriel.
these are from her?
Yeah. That's my daddy. Fuck. I want you to put that big black baby in me. Okay. Text from Gabriel Zuniga, Shannon Sharpe, August 6th. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for your life after you put a big black baby in me. So it's like
Consensual?
Yeah.
Sounds consensual.
White side, back side,
Wow.
25 per side, Lakers in 5.
Bro, he fucking. So did he just post these?
I mean, these have been like public, you know.
Oh my God.
So her defamation case. I think right now it's just a big PR mess for him. That's what it's about. It's like fucking ruining his life. If he was some fucking nobody, she wouldn't care about it.
What are the meetings like ESPN right now? What are the meetings?
He's a big part of
Yeah.
ESPN.
He makes
you
a
know?
lot of money. He's got big shows.
Big shows. I think Steven.
They might cut him.
They might.
This is enough of a headache to cut him, Mike, because he's like, although he is good, he is replaceable.
Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
I like him though.
He's great. Yeah, I like him a lot.
I
He is
just-
replaceable. Those DMs though are fucking.
The text messages. Yeah.
I mean, if you're sending that stuff, bro, it's like
It's a freak, bro.
it's consensual.
And of course, it's consensual.
I've never heard of baby gravy.
Big black baby.
Big. Oh my God! Who was her father? Her father's just probably like, this is the headache.
Dude, that's girls talk like that to their man. They're
I know,
like,
but her father was probably like, bro, just you should have taken. If I was her father, I'd be like, you should have taken that $10 million and
shut the fuck up. Yeah.
You don't need 50 million.
Yeah. $10 million.
Take 10 million, put in a suite. It's 50 million in a couple years. That's what I would have told.
Put
her.
it in the Bitcoin,
Like,
bitch.
how dumb are you?
And that's how it circles back all in the crypto, guys. Just
Yeah,
put it into Bitcoin.
She should have taken that $10 million and put it into Bitcoin. Instead, she's getting sued. She's going to lose money, bro.
Yeah.
I hope she does.
Defamation. Yeah. He got money to fight her ass. So
I mean, if he was going to give her 10 mil just like that, like he's got money to take this to court.
I would have just taken the 10 mil. I mean,
If I'm her. Gabriel Zuniga.
yeah. Zuniga.
What are you looking for?
How to spell the name so I can make a post, not the.
Oh.
I know what you're thinking of.
Gabrielle, you're going to her OnlyFans? Does she have an OnlyFans or no?
Yeah, probably.
She's an OnlyFans girl? That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we got today? Any other news?
That's about it, pretty much, for the news.
All right, let's take a look one more time at the cryptocurrency markets and we'll wrap it up. So crypto looking strong. It feels good, man. It's been a while since we had a fucking positive stream, I feel like
Yeah.
a good stream talking about price. I mean, it's really been like a couple of months. But Bitcoin, 93,000 plus dollars today. We had 94,000. ETH back up to 1,800, Rodney. Is there a time? I want your prediction. When do we see a 2K ETH again? Is it this month? Is it in April?
I think so. If we're going to start to
Good.
run, we better start to run soon because XRP is creeping up, motherfucker.
XRP is, I mean, it's less than half now. There was a time that it was like 4x away.
I know, bro.
Solana looks good back at 150. Thank God. Cardano, 68 cents. Chainlink, $14. Sui at 296.
We're early, baby. We're early.
We
Everyone
are
is
early. Sui is leading the charge. And one last look at Pepe.
Straight comment from Moonship. Everyone is early.
Everyone is early. Pepe at a $3.7 billion market cap. You just said on the stream you think that we do see a Pepe all-time high? 11 billion?
I think so, yeah.
If so, you're going to look back on and wonder why you did not buy
Yes, absolutely.
at these times. So 3.7 billion. So that's the show. We appreciate you guys. Rodney,
Appreciate
you are streaming at 4 p.m. Eastern today?
Yep. 4 p.m.
Trading stream?
Trading, yeah.
I'm going to tune into
Shitcoin
that.
trading,
I'm
it'll be
actually going
fun.
to watch that.
Yeah, we're going to get wrecked.
I'm going to watch that. I might copy trade you a little bit. Or if I find one good, just like tweet about it. Tweet the
That's
contract.
not, I could do that, but I feel like we'd be pumping it and whatnot.
I don't know. I mean, technically, bro, you're just buying a token
Yeah.
and you're tweeting about it.
But I know, but then I am pumping it. And I'm going to sell on stream. Like, I'm going to dump it on everybody.
Are you doing like quick trades? Like, fuck
Yeah, no, I'm doing quick trades. I'm doing like in 1 minute out, like 3 minutes later, like to try to make like half a soul or
Keyboard shortcuts on Photon, right?
you don't need keyboard. You don't even need keyboard shortcuts. You can just be quick with pressing the sell button. You can do like limit orders and stuff like that. But like you can customize it in a way where it's just the transaction is always going to go through. It's not going to fail. You know, they have bribery. Like you have to do like different. You can do bribery and like priority for your transactions. You pay like a tiny bit of soul, like a little bit, like kind of like I wouldn't say like.
So it's the best way to trade, though.
Yeah,
like better than just
it's always if there's a new
Jupiter,
launch,
Radium,
anything really. Yeah,
you get in quick.
Yeah,
I have seen people do that. They just fucking push a button,
Yep.
sells it right away.
Yep.
Such a smart idea.
yeah, because
Genius.
you're paying for priority pretty much.
Someone said, "Don't get Rodney sent to El Salvador."
I know,
I
right?
mean, with Trump in there, you know.
I might.
Pepe on Sui hit 400K. 400K.
Let's go,
what?
Pepe on Sui. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to you guys, dude. I was talking to the
Market cap.
Pepe on Sui guys. They seem pretty locked in. It's a small market cap. I was talking to the team, and maybe we can work something out and stuff like that. Because I think they would do some pretty good stuff. So
I mean, it makes sense sitting here today that there's a Pepe on SUI runner, right? SUI's fucking running.
Yeah.
You need a Pepe. Either it's going to be Pepe on SUI who's been showing up every day, or a different one. But there will be a Pepe on SUI runner. But that's the show, guys. Rodney streaming at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Crypto's running. It's a good day. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Peace.